Bosses of Reddit, what do your employees think you don't notice, but you really do? When they're on Facebook or browsing the web, the natural reaction to someone approaching your desk is not a furious flurry of clicking and your eyes bulging. Can confirm, the slackers who don't get caught are usually the ones who don't panic when someone comes near them. Edit. Pro tip. Most of us know of Alt+Tab, but it has a telltale pop-up window that a tech-savvy boss can spot. However, if you press Alt+ESC, your currently active window gets put at the bottom of the window stack, without the telltale pop-up window. My facility has overnight shifts. Employees honestly think I don't notice when they're asleep when I arrive in the morning. I come in at 5 AM. Me. Hey, I know it can be really difficult, but please do try to stay awake, okay? Employee. I was awake. Me. You were snoring when I came in. Employee. I don't remember that. Me. That's because you were unconscious. Actual conversation. Also, I know you're on your phone all day. I don't care. Just be discreet so I don't get in trouble when my boss sees you doing it. We used to all sleep in the trailer and got caught once when the boss's boss started coming in early, so we just set our alarms 30 minutes early and never had a problem since. If it ain't seen, it didn't happen. When they're late for work on a regular basis and say sorry, traffic was heavy, yet the entire time I see from a window that they were sitting in the parking lot, texting or talking on their cell phones. When they do the crappy little mundane, gross, boring, tedious tasks that need doing but no one else does. I see you going the extra mile, bro, and a mile let the supervisors know you're better than everyone else. I wish you were my boss. When I walk by and you're slacking, it's not normal for you to be scared to see me. I'm friendly and praise work. And, really, I don't give a crap if you're slacking if you get your work done on time. Who's freaking who? Seriously, guys, they're work computers, work network, work freaking chat accounts. Exactly what the loudmouths think about everyone in the hierarchy, especially myself and their direct supervisor. See above. And who wiped crap on the bathroom walls and door handle. What I do not know is who to get to go to his home and wipe crap on his bathroom door handle. I work at a restaurant and 90% of the people I manage are under the age of 20. I really don't want to treat you like a child and be constantly on your butt about your work. It's annoying as frick to the both of us, and if you just did your crap you would find that work is 100% more fun when you don't have someone constantly barking at you. Some employees refuse to understand this and are butthurt as frick that I don't order them around equally and often never tell certain employees to do anything, because they are already doing what they're supposed to be doing. TLDR. Do your crap so I don't have to be at you. Damn it. I feel your pain. That they rotate smoke breaks on the back dock. I don't say anything though since the work gets done. Employee was smoking a joint around the back of the site. It was late in his shift. He's one of our best guys. We were only passing time as there was nothing to do, and it wasn't news to me he liked some pot here and there, so I just walked up the other end of the site and left it at that. I just started a new job today. The owner was telling a story about how he came up with the name while smoking a couple joints with his business partner. Company's worth about $60 million. The constant texting. I get it. You have kids. But that doesn't mean you need to be in constant contact, especially when my TPS reports are due. Don't forget your cover page again. YAAAA and I'm gonna have you come in on Saturday. II. Military officer here. I see it all. The things they're proud of, ashamed of, happy about, sad about. I see when they want to be better but they recognize they're not, and the ones who think they're awesome but are really just slacking and ruining the system for everyone. I'm 26 and I've had to look people in the eye who are older than me and have families and tell them they're on their way out of the army. Sometimes for reasons I saw that they didn't think I saw. And not always bad, just slacking compared to peers. And sometimes for no good reason at all. Semi off topic, but it's been a rough couple of weeks and I just wanted to rant. Because every single thing weighs on me and I give a frick about all of them. It would be nice to have an officer who actually cares. From an enlisted man's point of view, most don't. I can always tell when my employees are having a rough time outside of work. I'm in a field where we work with kids every day and it's easy to see when someone who is normally able to at least fake being excited convincingly, for the kids just can't fake it well enough. When they masturbate in the bathroom, I'm like masturbation Santa Claus. I'm omniscient on the issue. Plus, there's only one reason you come out of the bathroom with a glow. I think you can also glow when you take a good dump. I hear everything. Seriously, just because I'm in an office off of the Cube farm doesn't mean I can't hear them gossiping all day. I don't mind because they work their asses off, but I know all kinds of dirt on employees, past and present. Not a big boss, but I am in a supervisory position of sorts. Military weather forecaster. If weather is good or really bad, we usually don't have too much to do since there are no impacts or no one is doing anything because weather is too bad. I can tell if people didn't put effort into their weather forecast and just half-assed it. It's easy to tell when someone puts minimal effort in and when someone goes above and beyond to do their best. Oh, the weather outside is weather. One time when I was drunk at one of my employees' birthday party, I told him about the time I killed a guy. He thinks I don't remember it, but I do. He seems to respect me more, though. When all the high school kids talk about getting stoned before coming into work. Yep, I hear you, bastards. And I'm just as high as you. The look in their eyes when I ask them to do something. It's drastically changed since I took over. My team would scatter when the old boss came through the door because no one wanted to interact with him. It's not that he was a terrible boss, he had no filter. He said whatever came to mind. Offensive, condescending, just whatever. It was constant word vomit. Now, they just say yes ma'am, and smile and go about their task. No argument, no distraction, no excuses. Just, okay. They feel comfortable with me and aren't unwilling to do something. My team rocks. They really do. They have vastly different personalities that need to be addressed. I appreciate every single thing that they do, and I'll let them know that. Not an owner, but a manager. Answer: when people are applying for other jobs, we do permit working from home under certain circumstances, and it's when someone is WFH perhaps a couple of times a week, and when they are taking calls on their mobiles at work they are disappearing into a corner where they can't be overheard. But you can always tell. I don't have a problem with it, to be honest. Good luck to them. Hey, maybe I don't like talking to my doctor's office loan officer etc where people can hear me. You have an office. I have a cube. I don't need my cube buddies knowing that I've got this huge rash on the side of my leg. I don't. Just making an example. I spent a year on an internship in an office I hated, surrounded by dumbasses that couldn't open an Excel spreadsheet. This was literally an issue for a manufacturing engineer. I tried my hardest for 6 months and wasn't given any work to do even after I asked and pestered. I literally sat there twiddling my thumbs. A massively safety restricted site, so I couldn't just go and pick up work. All these things in this thread, I did, and I feel bad about them, but my word. Doesn't it tell you something about working conditions if your employees are doing things like that? Slacking rather than enjoying their work. Shift responsibilities. Go and give them something to break the monotony of the day. Invite them to talk about career advice or progression. In your company or not. Go out to a Friday lunch. Ranty rant. My first 3 months of my current job was like that. I felt like I was sitting and doing nothing for 80% of my time. That was really crap since I just come into work to waste my time. Similarly, safety restricted site. It's gotten better and my original contract is running out soon, so I'm not too bothered. I have a live feed of the building's CCTV in my office. My employees know this. Still caught them having sex on camera. They are all fricking each other. Not sure if I should be insulted for never being asked to join, or if I should be thankful, since all of them have significant others. One day crap is going to hit the fan and I am going to play so dumb that they're not paid enough. In small business, it's easy for everyone to simply jump in where they're needed and never say something like, "It's not my job. Salaries match what we can afford, and I wish it was so much more." Honestly, a lot of stuff I see when they're freaking off or when they're working. I see when they're burying time in tickets, we're an IT company, or when they're actually doing the work. I can tell if an employee comes into work baked or under the influence of anything. Look, I like to party too, but at work is not the time or the place. I can often tell if an employee is having a rough time at home. I can tell if there is something grating at their mind, and I typically pull them aside to see what's up. Look, it costs me a single day off with pay for one of my employees to get his or her crap together, or if they're in a tough spot and I can easily help them with something. I find that goes a long way to build loyalty. I also can tell when morale is in the shitter. Look, I'm in the crap with my guys. If they're dealing with something at work, there is a good chance I am too. And when everyone needs a break, I do what I can to make things better. Bringing lunch in for the office is $200. In the scheme of things, that is practically free. Bringing in a case of beer so everyone can have a cold one at lunch on Friday is nice to help people decompress. We see a lot more than most of our guys think. We aren't oblivious. We often just don't have a good way to solve the problems that everyone is seeing yet. Early in my life, I found myself helping to start a new company, owner's son-in-law. Some of the people working for me were a huge pain in the butt. Others just got crap done. No complaining, and you could always count on them. After that, I joined the normal workforce and worked my way up from the bottom. But I never forgot that lesson. Don't be a pain in the butt and be the guy that can be counted on. Now I'm back in a role managing people and it still holds true. I grab the reliable guys for my projects, not the prima donnas that think they're superstars. That they surf Facebook, Reddit, and read manga and browse job sites. We have a proxy that categorizes everything you visit dumbuses. As long as it doesn't get in the way of meeting job expectations, I let it slide. I better not find any CM stains. Everything. I notice everything. I don't think they understand that most days they come in after me and I come back in the morning. So everything that is supposed to be done I see, or don't see. If I walk in and it's a disaster, do they think that I won't notice? So when I came in, there were boxes on the floor, and the list of tasks I needed done were incomplete. What? Really? Actual conversation. Yes, really. Did it surprise you that you didn't do what I asked so it's not done? Using the internet most of the day. I don't really give a crap though, because as long as you're getting all your crap done, it really doesn't matter. I don't expect you to be busy all day long, and in my field, IT, some days are incredibly slow. I'm not boss nor manager, but used to be a consultant and would ask manager for some manpower to perform tasks. I know who is a slacker because I myself am one, and I roamed the entire plant on a daily basis. God, I hated when they asked their manager for extra hours overtime because I knew they had pretty empty days. Too many bosses these days stand by the SIRE principle. Cover your butt. They are too busy trying to save their own jobs to give the employee a break. I am not a boss, just a production manager. Really not a fancy one, but, well, I guess some of my guys call me their boss. They are mostly really new refugees or new usual immigrants working minimum wage, about €800. 3 of them sometimes hide in the toilet for an hour to sleep. It is okay. I know they are huddled in a one-room shack with wife and kids. I just act like I don't get it. They often steal beverage pastry from meeting rooms. We have many of them and every single one has a fully equipped refrigerator. Sometimes I say something when it is someone who I know has enough money to buy it from the vending machine, but never when it's someone who is barely getting by. They are passing around a mini basketball doing work and hide it when I'm passing through. I really couldn't care less because the work they do always exceeds expectations. Not necessarily in numbers but in quality, and that's what's important to me. All the snacks the bachelors eat in the office. I swear they don't eat outside the office and just eat all the free snacks in the break room for their meals. I do the same. If the free snacks weren't just expired candy all the time. Seriously, I still have to wait half a year for some goddamn beef jerky to expire. Sure, it's not flying off the freaking shelves, but I feel like the shelf life is a bit too long. The fact that you set up our spreadsheets in blue and light gray, not to match company colors, but so no one would notice you clicking off Facebook. I am a boss, and reading a lot of these responses. I wouldn't work for 3/4 of you. Is it possible to be the authority and still have problems with authority? Nothing, because a good boss doesn't give a crap about stuff like that. A good boss cares whether an employee does his job, does it well, and does it within a reasonable amount of time. I find funny how bosses forget that people spend 50% of their awake time making money for their company and receiving only a very small fraction of it back. If your guy does the job, it should be enough. You are a freaking butthole to force a guy to work like a robot just to satisfy your work standards. If the guy wants to browse his cell phone 10 minutes, it will not make a difference to your company. The guy that does not do the job is a completely other thing though. 1. Internet time. I don't care as long as things get done. Really. 2. Be about me. I don't care and totally understand because I have been in their position and bitched about my boss too. Pretty natural part of the relationship. 3. Frick up. When I see outcomes that look iffy, I am totally able to tease these results apart and find a very likely explanation. Often it is pretty clear there was human error. In spite of all denials, simplest explanation tends to be right. When they hide their phone so I can't see it but I can see the light reflecting on them. Stop looking at shemails, Bob, and get back to work. Assuming that tenure equals worthy of promotion. Just because you've been showing up for a year and are an average worker doesn't mean you get a management spot. Reversely, if you're awesome and have been here just a few months doesn't mean you aren't worthy. I got where I am by doing the work, like everyone else. I see about 300% more than what you think I see, and 99% of it is totally cool with me as I remember what it was like to be you. Just do work you're proud of, play nice with your co-workers, don't talk crap and be present while you're here. We'll get along just fine. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.